The name of the band there is called Widow, and the name of that tune there is called Burning Star.
Cool.
Chris is our burning star on this show, pal.
Yeah, pal.
All
Well,
right.
I don't know that I like the B word being used.
Burning?
Yeah, I was affected by.
That is true. We can't use that anymore either.
It's a little offensive.
It's kind of tough to take.
I
should have been more sensitive towards your.
Should have been
towards your life experience.
I remember being on fire, sir, and your use of that word.
But you
made me sad.
You used the F word.
I'm entitled as a former person of flame. I am allowed to use those words.
Oh, okay.
But you, who has not experienced it, are not allowed because they're demeaning to me.
Right.
Only I can, because I have experienced it. Can you imagine if I started crying about that kind of shit?
Yeah, really. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Hello. Wow, we finally connected. Guys took forever to put me through, but I gotta say, whatever happened to catering to your fans, man?
Okay. Well, you're on now, so what's on your mind?
One of your callers probably asked you this earlier, but if they did, I definitely wasn't listening in. By the way, I recently just got introduced to your radio station. So, how did you two meet, and how did the classic metal show, get into formation and stuff?
Is that really your question?
Yeah, it's definitely one of them.
What's the next one?
Chris and I met through a mutual friend back in 1998. So
that's it.
Cool. So, what's up with you guys and this arson kid? Whatever happened to you guys inviting him in the show? Did anything ever go through with that, or?
Nope, not yet.
How come?
Beats me. It's not up to us.
Well, I mean, it kind of is, because if I'm not mistaken, you guys said you were going to invite him on the show.
Did we take your call?
What's that?
Did we take your call?
Yes, you did.
Then we would take his call.
But it's up to you guys to reach out to him, though.
No, it's not.
Is it over?
Us. We need answers from him.
Thanks for calling, Arson.
Yeah, we need answers.
All right.
What? Okay. Do we really have to have calls tonight?
No, we don't have to.
Let's not do any more calls.
All right.
Sick of the fucking calls. I'm like 3 weeks past being sick of the calls.
Right.
Ugh.
You really have reached my level in the hatred for general populace.
I really have. I don't like people anymore.
I mean, there was a time not long ago, maybe even as recent as even a year ago, where folly was made of my hatred for going out of the house or being involved with, the general public. Mm-hmm. And it seems like that has come full circle now.
It really has.
To the point to where you're just about at that level, if not beyond me.
I might have surpassed you there. I just can't stand it. I just can't stand humanity. Even on TV now, all I watch is old shows because I can't even stand what's going on in the world today. I just hate all of it.
Yeah.
It's just, ugh. This sucks. But yeah, the calls the last 3 weeks have been pretty poor.
Even Bob's?
Bob's was okay.
All right.
But if I could have left Bob's off, if I could have left Bob's good call off, not to have any other calls, I would have left Bob's call off.
Okay.
Just can't take the calls anymore. I didn't want to talk on them anymore. It's like, all right, are you done? Moving on.
All right. Well, I have a question for you, sir.
Okay.
What would you say would traumatize you?
Me?
Yeah. If anything in the world, and I know that you're dealing with a pretty traumatic situation with one of your own children having a medical issue.
Yeah.
That could potentially be lethal.
Yeah.
Outside of that, what else could traumatize a Chris Aiken?
Probably not much. You know, I've been through more wars than anybody. So, I don't know. I mean, outside of one of my kids dying, I don't think anything.
Okay. So
honestly, I really don't think anything would I be upset about some shit? Sure.
No, but I'm using the word traumatized.
As in, like, make me shut down?
Yeah, to be trauma, to experience trauma, to be mentally anguished and traumatized, and to the point to where you're just totally paralyzed.
That would probably be it. I can't think of anything else anymore. I mean, I've been through so much shit. You know, I mean, I've had parents die. I've been dead. You know, I've been on fucking fire. You know, I've been burned over 70% of my fucking body. What is some fucking car accident or some shit gonna scare me? Being shot? You know, I can't imagine anything at this point.
Well, being that you are a resilient person,
okay,
and are proof positive that even with the most devastating or traumatic situations facing you, you have been able to pick up the pieces and, you know, sort it all out and continue on with your day-to-day life. If you were a university student walking to class, just minding your own business, singing a happy tune, just skipping along the sidewalk, and were stopped dead in your tracks with a banana peel hanging in a tree.
That might be traumatic.
Well, apparently, a banana peel traumatized the University of Mississippi students.
More than one?
Seemed like it shut down the whole campus.
Okay.
With little else to worry about, University of Mississippi students attending a Greek life retreat this past weekend were traumatized by the sight of a banana peel on a tree.
All right. Do I even ask why?
Well, with everything so hyper racist these days, that sent a strong message that there was a racist probably afoot among the student body.
So, are we now not allowed to say the BP word?
No, you're not allowed to.
Okay.
Because that is clearly racist.
I guess so. Jeez.
The Daily Mississippian reported on Wednesday that after students went bananas after a word that the peel spread around campus, prompting events to be promptly canceled before they suffered any further.
You've got to be kidding me.
Not kidding.
They canceled classes and events and shit?
Yeah, because there was a banana peel in a tree.
Who says that this was even racist? Couldn't somebody have just thrown it there?
Well, that's very astute of you, my friend.
Okay.
Very astute.
All right.
To be clear, many members of our community were hurt, frightened.
No, they weren't.
Upset.
Nope.
By what occurred at impact, wrote Ole Miss intern director of fraternity and sorority life Alex Lee Arden of the Greek leaders.
No, none of that is true, but go ahead.
Because of the underlying reality many students of color endure on a daily basis.
Where is this going on?
In Mississippi.
No, not the banana peel. This suffering of being told that they look like monkeys and that they're in trees every day. Where's that happening? Because I have been out in public and I've been around black people in public, and nobody has ever said to a black person that I was with in public, "Hey, banana peel guy, go eat a banana, monkey." I've never heard that.
Neither have I.
I've never seen it happen. So where exactly is this persecution that's happening every single day happening? And why am I missing it? Why is it because I just stay home all the time that I'm not seeing this rampant, Planet of the Apes mocking of every black person in the country?
Well, apparently it must be going on because these students are traumatized by this.
Yeah, sure they are. How many of these students didn't even know about it until somebody else started whining about it in the Mississippi Ledger or whatever dumb paper this is?
Well, again, everybody is looking for a reason to be upset.
Of course they are.
They're looking for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
They watch CNN and go, see?
Yeah. They feed it, honestly.
They do, absolutely.
They absolutely feed it, because if you see something this stupid, you just fucking walk past it.
Or how do you even draw that conclusion?
I don't know.
You're walking down the campus and there's this banana peel stuck up in a tree.
Yeah.
And you go, "Hey, look, somebody threw a banana peel up there."
Racist!
And then you walk and then you go about your business.
Yeah.
But no, they stand there and look at it and dwell and start thinking, "What's next? A noose? A rope?"
First of all, they don't stand there and do that and think that.
They start running.
They take a picture and post it on Facebook with exactly what you said there. They'll post the picture of that and it'll say, "What's next? A noose?" And then that will go viral.
Of course.
And then you've got all these fucking jizzbags crying the blues about something they didn't experience, and they have no idea why it's up there, and they're just inventing chaos. That's all any of this shit is. It's all invented chaos.
Well, it's all drama.
Yeah.
Everybody is so bought up in drama because reality television. It's all drama on reality television, so they got to create drama to make their life exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, did you see?
No.
Oh my God. There was a banana in a tree.
Yeah, how about that? I am horrified, shocked, outraged, disgusted, and scared.
No, you got to use the other ones. Hurt, frightened, frightened.
Well, I have white privilege, so I am not any of those things.
And upset.
I'm not allowed to be because I have white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know that? I must agree with the assessment that's up there for the apes, and the apes are the black people. I must agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that's the message that's out there right now. White guy equals the devil.
Right.
Okay.
So this life, let's see, this Alex Lee Arden of Greek leaders continued. Because of the underlying reality many students of color endure on a daily basis, the conversation manifested into a larger conversation about race relations today at the University of Mississippi.
Right.
There was a banana in the tree. Did you hear about it? Yeah, I heard about it. How do you feel about racism?
Yeah. It's so stupid.
The entire fiasco wasn't intentional either.
Mm-hmm.
A student named Ryan Swanson,
white kid,
obviously,
yep,
came forward to confess his crime of littering. He said that he threw the banana peel into the tree when he was unable to find a garbage can.
And they shut down classes for this?
They shut down classes for this.
And had counseling sessions and everything else for this?
They did.
You fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
God. Can you imagine if you were spending $30,000 a year to send your kid to these fucking places? And this is the fucking level of pussatry that they're teaching your kids?
Well, what I would be more stunned is that if my student or my child who I'm spending $30,000 a year on was actually traumatized by this.
Yeah.
Because what kind of a parent am I that said, son, daughter, whoever, transgender, whatever it is that I raised.
Yeah.
If you see a banana in a tree, run!
Run for your life.
Because there's a racist afoot.
Yeah. It's a Nazi. Racist isn't really the word anymore, though, is it? Isn't it Nazi?
Not Nazis made a big comeback.
Yeah, Nazis replaced racist, hasn't it?
I don't know. Has it?
I think we're all Nazis now, not racists.
Okay.
And what's worse than Nazi? I don't know. They better start thinking of a new one because Nazi's already starting to get worn out.
Yeah, but Nazi was used a while ago.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like heroin. It's made a comeback.
Yeah.
You know, cocaine was big for a long time.
Yeah.
And
like another word
heroin was popular in the 70s, in the late 60s into the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Then cocaine kind of unseated that, and now heroin's kind of back in vogue again.
Sure.
So I think Nazi is the heroin.
Remember the other word that made a comeback? And Clerks 2?
Porch monkey?
That made a comeback.
Yeah. But he was taking it back, though.
He was taking it back.
Right. The banana peel was later spotted by Alpha Kappa Alpha president Makayla McNeil, who leads one of the campus's historically black sorority groups. The overall tone was heavy. I mean, we were talking about race in Mississippi and the Greek community, so there's a lot involved.
So bad.
As such, Greek leaders decided to end the event. They ended the event because there was a banana peel in a tree.
You realize how close we're getting to... I mean, these kids are all in their 20s right now.
Yeah, late teens, early 20s, yeah.
When they're like 30 years old, don't you think that like China is just biding their time?
Yeah,
it's for our era to die.
And you know what they're saying over there in their Chinese language?
Look at those pussies.
They're saying, we could take those faggots.
I know it, but they're right. They are absolutely, they're biding their time, and they are going to mow these fucking pussies over.
Yep.
Because these pussies are not going to have the backbone to fucking fight.
No.
They are going to get mowed over in business. They are going to get mowed over in economics, and they are going to get mowed over in war if it comes to that. But they are going to get run right the fuck over. Because there's no backbone to any of these pussies. Man, if you're upset by a banana peel in a fucking tree, what are you going to do if somebody punches you in the fucking balls? You're going to fucking run like a bitch.
You're not going to run at all. You're just going to curl up in a fetal position and say, take whatever you want.
Here's my wallet. Here's my phone.
Yeah. Here's my home address. Take whatever you want there, too.
Yeah, my PIN number's 3284. Go spend it. Fags. F's.
In her email, Arden said that the decision was imperative to provide space immediately to students affected by this incident.
Here's what I want to know.
They were affected by this incident.
You know what I want to know about this? Once it was identified that this was a fucking idiot that fucking was littering.
Yeah.
Was any of this statement bullshit backed out of from these people?
No, of course not, because it gave them a reason again to be upset.
Well, where are they to be? They should absolutely be the ones, you know, and not that I ever fucking condone apologizing because nobody ever means it, but, you know, if ever the apology is due, there's where it's due. She's wrong. She made all this fucking, or her sorority or whatever made all this hullabaloo, to use a 1960s word, and for what? It was a mistake. It was absolutely a mistake. But they'll never back off of it. Instead, the rest of the semester is going to be about this racist bullshit,
right? Because
they're going to forget. It'll be forgotten that this was absolutely some littering kid, and they're going to keep this agenda running for the rest of the school year.
Sure.
You'll have the Antifa fags with their fucking headbands over their face burning down the school at some event sooner or later, don't you think?
Of course.
Lighting banana bombs on fire and throwing them at the fucking teachers or something. I hate society.
I know. Well, you know, this goes back to, you know, I saw some headlines today that, you know, the H word Irma is coming into Florida potentially.
Sure.
And Rush Limbaugh was saying that these hurricanes are allowing, I said the H word, but in context. But in context.
A little rough on my ears.
I know. That the people who have this global warming agenda are using these H words to further their agenda.
Yeah.
And what they did is they turned this whole thing around because, you know, Rush Limbaugh lives in Florida.
Okay.
And he decided to evacuate his home down there where he does his broadcast due to the storm.
Right.
So they're calling him a hypocrite, saying, well, why did you leave if this is such a conspiracy? And that wasn't his point. His point is that people with this global, man-made global warming, climate change agenda will use these storms to validate their point.
Right.
But I was listening to a meteorologist this week, and we've had stronger storms than Irma and, is it Harvey?
Harvey was the one that hit Houston.
Yeah. We've had stronger storms way back in 1929.
Sure.
That came ashore. And they were worse then, but nobody was complaining about global warming and man-made, you know, bullshit back then.
Yeah. No.
And they were stronger than this one.
We have hurricanes every year.
I know. But the thing is they were basically, you know, making reference that Rush Limbaugh was saying that the hurricanes are a conspiracy, that it didn't exist. That's not what he said. He was saying that they were going to use. Yeah, he said that they were going to use this to further their agenda.
Yeah, he what he was saying was that it wasn't caused by people driving their cars. That's what he was saying. You know. He's definitely not saying that they don't exist. What the fuck is... And they were giving the guy shit for leaving?
Yeah, because he said, well, if it's a conspiracy, how come you're leaving your house?
Yeah. On every level, dude, I just hate people.
I know.
And I hate to say it, but this is why everybody's most hated person's going to get 4 more years. Because the people that like Trump are just not... They're not fighting this. They're just like, okay, go ahead, say all your stupid shit. Pretend like you're gaining ground. That's what everybody's doing. They're just watching and laughing at people pretending that they're gaining ground.
Right.
And when it comes to be election time, they are going to fucking absolutely come out in 10 times as many people are going to vote next year to make sure that it's done.
Right.
And they're going to make sure that Trump gets his other 4.
Exactly.
You know? It's funny to watch, and I'm not a Trump guy. I mean, I say that every week, it seems like, on the show, but I'm not a Trump guy. But he's going to get his full 8. He's going to, because these guys are doing nothing but patting themselves on the back. And truth be told, the average person that's not highly political, the everyday people, as I'll just call them everyday people, are getting sick and tired of all this political correct horse shit. And they know where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not coming from the right side of the aisle. It's coming from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the people that are going to silently and quietly vote for Trump again. And I mean, you hardcores like you and you are gonna definitely vote for. I mean, I don't care who they fucking line up against Trump next year. You're voting Trump. I know that. And but I think the average Joes they're gaining more ground for Trump with all this fucking nonsense. You got to think that people that are fucking sending their kids to school and dropping $30,000 a fucking year for school and see their kids' classes canceled because there's a banana peel in the fucking tree. You know who they're going to vote for? And sure as fuck ain't going to be the one that promotes that's bad.
Right.
It's going to be the one that's against this bullshit.
Well, this next this next sentence or two is going to just put you over the edge.
All right.
I know.
Right.
I hope that knee has kind of hampered you from getting up and throwing your mic across the room and walking out on this show.
All right.
Because this next sentence or two is going to just drive you insane.
Okay.
The otherwise safe space had become a battlefield of emotions. There were reports that some students broke out in tears over the banana peel, telling organizers that they felt unsafe.
They broke out in tears.
I'm
going to assume that these were black students.
It didn't say. This is the one that's got it. So hold on to your chair when I read this.
All right, because I could react to that one pretty strongly.
I'm sure you can, but this one is going to take the cake.
Go ahead.
This is one where you would feel justified in killing a white guy.
All right.
The student who discarded the banana peel wrote an open letter apologizing for causing them distress.
My God. Execute him. That's my suggestion. Execute him.
He caused them distress.
There's got to be pussy juice running down both his fucking faggot's legs. Jesus Christ. He wrote a letter expressing his apology for the distress he caused?
Yes.
Yeah. I fucking hate this kid. I hate him. I hope he gets smothered with a banana peel. I got nothing. I got nothing to say about this except what a fucking fag.
I apologize for inappropriately discarding a biodegradable substance into nature.
How dare I do that? Nathan, the Michigan peeler.
The Mississippi peeler. An American outcast. Would you like to hear the context of his letter?
Oh, of course I would.
I want to sincerely apologize for the events that took place this past weekend. Although unintentional, there is no excuse for the pain that was caused to members of our community. I have so much to learn and look forward to doing such and encouraging all members of our community to do the same.
What do you think? And I would love to find this out. I'm going to find us a guest that is roughly mid-60s black man. I'm going to find us one. That's what I'm looking for. A black man 60 to 70 years old that went through the real struggle for equality, for you know what I'm talking. I mean,
a 50s or a 60s black person.
Yeah, a guy that went through the Martin Luther King era.
Yeah, the 50s or the 60s.
Because I have to know what people that really struggled and really took beatings and really fucking saw family members and friends hung because of no other reason than they were black. I have to know what they think when they see that today's black youth are crying because they see a banana peel in a tree
that was inadvertently discarded.
Yeah.
For no apparent reason. It wasn't hung in a tree. It wasn't placed in a tree purposely. The guy was on his way to class. He was eating a banana. He says, where the fuck can I throw this? I can't throw it in the grass. Here, I'll just heave it up in the tree.
Even I want to take that part out, though. Even if it was on purpose, what do you think a guy that was given a fucking Billy Club hair shampooing, what do you think that guy thinks of fucking these kids today? He's got to look at them as pussies, right?
You would think so.
Look at this fucking picture.
I see it.
Jesus. Those three, now that you got them lined up, fucking three rounds from the judge would end their problems.
Mm-hmm.
Done. My God. Apologetic bitches.
Look at Eddie Rocks above that. Isn't that the banana that was hung in the tree?
I think it is. My God. I hate these fucking colleges. I can't fathom that this is what's going on. Is there any fucking learning going on in college?
No, it's indoctrination. It's not learning, it's indoctrination is what's going on. And this goes back to that Joe Rogan podcast or video cast that you turned me on to last week.
Okay, yeah.
About the indoctrination in these colleges.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't even sound like anybody goes to school anymore.
They don't.
Like they go to class. They just fucking walk around waiting to be butthurt. That's what it seems like is going on now. Look at these guys with the fucking wood around their necks. A bunch of fucking queers. I would love to just dive into that stick.
Right.
And just fucking snap them over. Fucking queers. Thanks a lot for wrecking my mood.
Jason in the chat room has the best way to use a banana.
Second best.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that same pose, but just from the scissors
right.
Sister's point of view.
Exactly.
That would be pretty hot.
All right, to finish up the story.
Okay. Oh, there's more to this?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
McNeil says she isn't happy with how the event organizers handled the situation and said that for her and many other non-white students, she felt that her only option was to leave the unsafe space.
Yeah, that was your only option.
Run! There's a banana in the tree. Run!
Mm-hmm.
It's unsafe here. Run!
Yeah, sure hope nobody ever leaves any part of a banana out when she's at a job.
Right.
My God, she might have an HR complaint.
Ole Miss Vice Chancellor for Diversity and Community Engagement, Katrina Caldwell, said that her office is now looking into creating a plan to formally handle the incident.
What? The only plan that's acceptable is more garbage cans around the campus.
Right.
That's the only plan that is acceptable here. Nothing else. No diversity training. No fucking
sensitivity
education.
training.
No, none of that. Put out fucking 5 more garbage cans on campus and move the fuck along with your fucking life. It's a banana peel, you fucking twat kids. Holy fuck. Jesus, man.
They are staging follow-up conversations about the banana peel.
Staging with who?
Well, with
the grocery store?
With the student body, they have to show their concern.
Is it racist when you go in the grocery store and there's a stack of bananas for purchase?
Yes, because they should have warning signs. Warning, there are bananas in the next aisle.
Mm-hmm. Is it any more racist that they also sell watermelons in the store, or chicken, or grape pop?
It's only racist because you just said that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does that make it racist, the fact that I said it, I'm a white guy?
Yeah, because you're a white guy and you're making stereotypical, commentary.
Is that what that is?
That's what you're doing.
People need to grow a pair. They really do.
I like the banana porn in the chat room.
These fucking fans don't turn anything into porn, won't they?
Look at Phil Lewis's one. Did you see that one?
It's good.
It's so good. Banana porn. Who would ever thought?
Only on this show, my friend.
Yeah. Wow. So that's what's going on at Ole Mississippi.
Great. Glad to hear it.
People are running for safe spaces and cover because, God forbid, they saw a banana peel in a tree.
That's something.
It's out of control, my friends.
I guess. Jesus.
What are we going to do?
Apparently switch to apples. Nothing racist about an apple, is there?
I'm sure that somebody could probably make some kind of an Adam and Eve reference.
Yeah, or everybody likes a red apple, but not a brown one. How come? Why are you racist against the brown?
Why do you discriminate against the green apples?
Yeah. No, we like the green ones because we're capitalists and all we want is green.
It should say I'm dead.
I killed myself because I'm offended.
Yeah. Sorry, Phil Lewis, but that poor fellow there, he took himself out.
Yeah, he's dead. There's a blood splatter around that circle for his face. Isn't that how he killed himself, with a gun?
He did.
Tragic.
Took himself out.
Yep.
All right. Well, the phone is ringing off the hook, but I refuse to answer it.
Good. Thank you. Don't answer it. No more calls tonight.
Right.